Hello everyone. In this video, let's check one data set that is bike sharing dataset. Okay. So, there is a website called as Kaggle in which you can find various data sets and also you can participate in competitions as well. Okay. So for coding, we have Code Forces and CodeChef, right? In the similar way, for ML and data enthusiasts, you can use this particular Kaggle in the same manner as coders use coaches and courses. Okay. So now let's try to understand what this particular bike sharing dataset is. So basically this bike sharing dataset contains hourly and daily count of rental bikes that are rented in between 2011 and 2012. Okay. So this is this is about this particular bike rental data set. And in this, there are various columns like we have instant, and then date day, and then we have season, year, month, hour, holiday, weekday, working day, weather situation, temperature, air temperature, humidity, wind speed, casual, registered, and count. Like that, we have various columns in this whole data set. This particular last column, that is count, is our output variable, whereas remaining all of these are input features you can think of. Okay. So in these all input features, you need to check whichever are important and whichever are not important. By seeing whichever you feel important, you can keep all of them. And by seeing itself, if you feel something is not at all needed, then you can remove such columns out of the data set. And then you can try working on the remaining columns. And in the remaining columns, there can be so many problems. Like we have discussed pre-processing techniques, right? So we have discussed about missing values. So check whether are there any missing values in the data set or not. And then second, we have checked about data encoding techniques. So if you carefully observe the data, there are no string kind of columns, okay, or character kind of columns. But it is not necessarily only when we have strings and characters we need to apply data encoding. Sometimes what will happen is we have three encoding techniques, right? That is label and then ordinal and then one hot. So these are the three encoding techniques that we have. So sometimes what can happen is the guys who have created this particular data set at that point in time, they might have used some random like label encoding technique for all the columns that they have collected. Okay. So due to this, is label encoding correct every time? It is not correct, right? We have discussed when to use ordinal, when to use one hot, and when to use label specifically, right? So we need to check whether the encoding that they made is correct or wrong, and then we need to move forward. If they have applied wrong encoding and if we are directly using that, then it might affect our model. That's why we need to change the encoding. Let's say they have wrongly encoded it with label encoding, and we feel that ordinal encoding is the correct encoding. Then what we need to do? We need to change from label encoding to ordinal encoding. And similarly, like they have encoded it ordinally in some order, but actually ordinal encoding is not fitting for that, then what we need to do, we might go for something like one hot encoding. Like that, we need to change the encodings that are already existing in the dataset. And similarly, at last, you can apply data scaling techniques. You can apply either for normalization and or standardization. Like it will be based on your interest. And if there are more outliers, then it is better to go for standardization. But I think in this data, outliers will not be there. So you can directly use any of this on your wish. And then it is a regression problem. Okay. So if you guys don't know what is regression, then please go and check the previous videos. And for regression problem, we can use what algorithm? We can use linear regression. If you don't know what is linear regression, please do check out the linear regression video because there I have clearly explained what is hypothesis, what is loss function, and what is optimizer, these three things. And these three things are fundamental to any of the algorithms, any of the machine learning algorithms that we will be discussing. Okay. So please check out the linear regression video, which is really, really important in order to understand the future videos as well. So we'll not be going through the solution right now. Maybe after some time, we'll go through the solution. Please do you guys try it out. You can download the data set from here. So you can select this r.csv and you can download it. And similarly, you can select the readme.txt and you can download it as well. Here you will be having clear description about the data set and also what are all the columns that are having. and some description about those columns as well. So you can go through this and you can build some good linear regression model and check whether you're getting some good score or not. Okay. So this is the task. You can try it out. Maybe after a few more subscribers, I'll discuss the solution. Okay. And if you are liking the videos, please do like, share, and subscribe. And thank you everyone. Bye bye.